Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, back with another piece of the Master Quest pie for you to inhale. Doing a quick thing in the Lost Woods. I believe this guy, he wants this mask, but we have to play him Saria's song first. And yep, I've not got my left and right mixed up, that's a good sign. If you play this song to him, he gives you a piece of heart, and then he considers you his friend. And I think that's why he wouldn't talk to me, so there we go. We've got a adhesive part, a pizza heart, and the many other things that it's been called, including just a pizza. That was the thing that happened. Now, we can talk to him, and he talks about his face. And literally any character who talks about their face wants a mask. There are two characters who talk about their faces. This is one of them. So now we can give him this. Also, we're nearly at max wallet, so no matter how much he pays us, we're going to have a bit of a bad time. Now, I believe the price of this mask was 20 rupees, but I'm fairly sure he doesn't give you enough. Like, we sustain a 5 rupee profit for the first one. Yeah, we get 10 rupees for a 20 rupee mask, so we have to pay back the full 20 rupees, of which he's supplied 10, so overall, so far, with this side quest, we've actually lost a total of 5 rupees, because the original mask was worth 10, we sold it for... we now have sold out, can't even equip it. So, we sold a 10 rupee mask for 15 rupees, so plus 5, and then a 20 rupee mask for 10 rupees, so that's minus 10, but plus 5 is minus 5. And also, there's a gold skulltula here, and in fact, I was just talking about, the fact that we're nearly, we are 1 rupee away from having a max wallet, but this is going to resolve that actually. Not immediately, granted, but not far off it. And you watch, are going to somehow incur some sort of glitch by pausing just as it spawns, and I was so afraid it was going to go sailing over the side there. Well, for no reason other than it would have been a bit of an inconvenience if it had done. Now, one thing I want to check. Yeah, sure enough. If you press the D-pad on a GameCube controller in this game, that makes the map appear and disappear, and sure enough, that does make the glitch thing in the top left corner disappear as well, so it definitely is a mark on the map that's not supposed to be here. Now, down here, I mentioned in the last episode, I believe, there is a side quest, well, not even a side quest, it's more of a mini-game, and if you win it, you get a piece of heart. There is something that I plan on doing in Lost Woods a lot later, like after the 3rd dungeon, and it involves... Okay, how shall I describe this? I mentioned in the last episode, there's a certain mask you need to bring to the forest stage that they'll like, and then they'll give you an upgrade for your Deku Nuts. I'm going to... Rude. I'm going to come back to the Lost Woods then, and get both that and the other upgrade for the Deku Nuts, because they're both in the Lost Woods. I'll get them both in the same trip. But in order to get the mask that they want, we need to have traded the 4th mask, which doesn't appear in the shop until you've beaten the 3rd dungeon. And once again, I'm getting really afraid of mixing up my left and right, but now that we've learned Sari's song, can come back here and play it to this asshole. And now for my mother's favourite cutscene in this entire game. It's actually completely adorable. It's so cute. There's this chubby guy with a mane of spiky hair just rocking out to Sari's song. Now, I believe they actually changed this cutscene just a little bit between the original game and this and the 3DS versions. I don't remember exactly what it is. It's either they changed that slightly so it's less convincing, or they get... In fact, I think it's they get rid of this bit, where the camera kind of spazzes out. I think they just get rid of that because they're afraid of it causing motion sickness or something. That is kind of not how depression works, but colloquially okay. So, as has been established, this is Darunia, and now he's not going to take it so personally that we're a child who wants to talk to him. And so he's going to give us a thing that will allow us to... Well, okay, it's sort of a back and forth kind of exchange. We bring him out of his funk. In exchange, he gives us a thing that will allow us to help him to help us. So, yeah, he won't give us the Goron's Ruby, or the Spiritual Stone of Fire, but he will give us a way of earning it. By which I mean, he's going to allow us to create access for ourselves to Dodongo's Cavern. I do wonder how weird that sentence would sound in French, because of all the particles and stuff. We now have the Goron bracelet, which allows us to pick up stuff. Like, up to this point, we could pick up rocks and pots, and that's it. We can't even pick up grass, but now that we have this bracelet, we can. And I'd be tempted to say I'll meet you outside and then cut to the outside of the city, but there is one other completely useless thing. I'm ignoring you, Navi. In fact, can we do this yet? We can, I think. Because now we can pick up bomb flowers, and I believe these actually have a relatively long fuse time-ish. Grab this, and then... I think we could do this now. Lig, I told you to throw the thing! Okay, that was just pathetic. I'll do this later. Okay, so we're back out here. Yes, I have abandoned that for now because literally halfway through this dungeon, we're going to get a thing that allows us to do it a lot easier. So instead of having to run backwards and forwards to get the bomb flowers, we can do it a lot quicker. So, we can now pick up this bomb flower and then throw it down to there, and you can see where this is going. Perplui. We've now blown open the entrance to the Dodongo's Cavern, and we can go in there and be all second dungeony and stuff. And also, there's a heart piece there that you're not supposed to be able to get right now, so just jump sideways, and if you're lucky, yep, you'll land on the roof of here, and grab this. You're not supposed to be able to do that now, but there we go. Got another heart container. Delightful. So we have a slight advantage going into the next dungeon. And also, while we're here, yep, there's another patch of dirt. Hanky Pinky Friday. If you get that reference, then you've read a lot of YouTube comments in your time. Or at the very least, you've read few, but the right ones. This reference is getting increasingly esoteric, and for that I can only apologise. And once again, grab the arse bug. I swear that shouldn't be possible. But you're gonna get in the hole, little buddy? There we go. Temporarily turning into burger pants there. And we have yet another Sculptural token, which brings us up to 11, I believe. So I just don't like having the bugs equipped in case I accidentally set them free. So I'm just gonna take a quick jaunt down to Kakariko Village to actually turn these Sculptural tokens in, because they do have a purpose. No, I've just been collecting them for no particular reason. Okay, so it's this house here that's got the chicken on the ledge there and opposite the building site. This is where you exchange... well, you don't really exchange the Sculptural tokens, you just find out what it is that they do. Hello, you eldritch abomination. What'd it do with your face? That's kind of a half-assed explanation, but... so there's this rich family, and they got cursed for being too greedy, and now they will give you rewards. I'm sorry, that was another instance of either painfully slow text or skip through it and not be able to read any of it. Now this is one of the 5 children, but we've got 10, so he's been turned back to normal. So this family is cursed by the gold Skulltulas, and now by killing 10, one of the kids has come back to kiddom, and so we get the adult's wallet. There are 4 others. There's this, well, I mean, they're at each of the corners of the room. You get rewards for 10, which is the adult's wallet, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 100. There are 100 Skulltula tokens in total. So, the first reward is the adult's wallet. And since we're about to do a dungeon, it made sense to get a wallet upgrade, considering we're 1 rupee away from maxing out otherwise. So I will just cut back to the entrance of Dodongo's Cavern, save you the journey back. And we're back here. And so we can head into this excessively long tunnel into the mountain. Now, it's sort of funny how the dev team of this game simultaneously thought of everything and didn't think of everything. So if you somehow manage to glitch out of bounds and get into the entrance of Dodongo's Cavern, you still have to have the Goron's bracelet in order to get through this door. But first of all, if you could glitch into here in the first place, surely you could glitch past that door as well. And also, just outside the dungeon, there's a heart piece that you're not supposed to be able to get yet that you can quite easily glitch to. Now, shut the fuck up, Navi! Points, I suppose, for this being... it's not really lava, it's more hot coal. But this dungeon, you kind of do backwards compared to the vanilla version. See, there's a chest up there, which I think is the dungeon item, I think. In the original, in the vanilla version, there's actually a BMOS right here. And I did not time this well at all, did I? Okay, abort. So that's not really lava as much as it is hot coal, and so if you stand on it, you'll lose health, but ultimately it's not really all that bad. Link, why would you not just sacrifice the bomb in favour of grabbing the ledge? Well, good thing there are ladders, otherwise we would be forced to just sit down here and die. I'm trying to get this open. Are there bomb flowers elsewhere in here? I don't think... Even if there is one over here, it's too far away, and it's blocked off anyway. Okay, so... It does make me laugh when I say okay so, because it sounds like I'm saying, oh, jeez, in Spanish. Oh, queso. Which reminds me of something that I actually tweeted to a personal senpai of mine that you should know about if you've been with my channel for any length of time. Well, not any length of time. If you've been with my channel recently. And I've mentioned it to SuperAlex641 as well. If you spell the word socks in English, then it... I'm surprised I took no damage there. But if you spell socks in English, then it sounds like the Spanish for it is what it is. S-O-C-K-S. So that's a thing that you can say. And we have the Mungeon Dap. We know how maps work. Now, I think we do have to get rid of those rocks down there. And one thing that I've never seen acknowledged about this game is there are 3 types of destructible rock. There's this kind, that are sort of a yellow colour. There are some orangey ones, and there are some grey ones, and all 3 have different means of destroying them. And am I the only person who thinks of them as gold, silver, and bronze, despite the fact that that's absolutely not their order of weakness? Because the gold ones are yes, the gold ones are actually the weakest, because anything that can break, breaks them. That was a bad way of wording it, but... Okay, so that one blew me up. Of course, that would make sense to blow me up, because I was literally crouching on top of it for the lols, but... Link officially no longer has functioning genitalia. Awkward. Now, I believe there's a Deku Scrub down here that will sell you a shield. I don't know what the other one does, then. I think sticks and shields. Because you're gonna need a reflecty shield at some point, and also sticks, because there are fire puzzles in here. Now, the thing I was saying about this dungeon... doing it backwards compared to the original, is normally you'd go through, I think, that door over there, and then go around the inside and have a fantastic time with your boats and hose, and then you'd eventually come out up here. Where do I jump off here? And there'd be a switch, like, around here somewhere, and you'd hit that, and that would bring that platform up to here. And so you'd have a shortcut back, and then you'd proceed through the rest of the dungeon. Like, you'd go through and come up here the hard way, and then you'd have a shortcut back. But now, we start at the top and work our way downwards instead. Why did that switch not just open that door? Because we don't need that torch for anything else, I don't think. And I'm tempted to think maybe you can grab that bomb flower, then ride that platform there that's rising now up to the top and blast your way in over there? But we've opened that other door, so I don't know. And this as well. Giant dead Darungo, when its eyes see red, a new way to go will be open. So that's got basically something to do with that skull over there. If we can make its eyes see red, then it'll open its mouth and we're able to move forwards. And also, this is something I've wanted to address in video game history in general. That horribly blurred plaque is the same as the one on the star statue in Super Mario 64. And what really bothers me is the internet debate over what it says. Because it does not say Eternal Star. It does say L is real, but that's not all it says. And those are the 2 camps of... people are divided of whether it says L is real or Eternal Star. It says neither of those things. It says L is real star of Mario 64. That's all it says. I don't understand why people have such a difficult time understanding this. Ah, this is a Beamos. There was originally one of those where that bomb flower is in the main room. And, ironically, you kill them by making them go explodey poo. And when they blow up, their eyes blow up as well, or their eye, singular. I want to get rid of that one as well, for no particular reason. I think, is it standing on a... Yeah, it's standing on a silver rupee. They don't introduce these to the game until much later in the vanilla version, but this isn't the vanilla version, this is Master Quest. And I'm going to refrain from picking them up for the moment. In fact, you know what, I'll grab it because they actually are worth money, but because they're a puzzle mechanic, they have to keep respawning for as many times as the puzzle in the room respawns, so you can actually sort of grind off them. And also, something that I didn't actually appreciate until the other day, because recently I've been binge watching Attacking Toucan's LP of The Wind Waker, and we can't do anything in here yet. But yeah, I was watching that, and only then did I actually come to appreciate that in The Wind Waker, when you pick an item up, it gives you the option to either press A to throw it, or R to drop it. And... hold on, this is a bit of a... that's too far to one side. We need to get both sides to explode at the same time. And of course, in the original, you just have to put a bomb here. But we have to knock the bomb off the wall, and then throw it while it's lit, so there's an extra time pressure. But yeah, so in Wind Waker, you can press R to just drop an item. And I think that's actually based on the fact that in this game... I'm surprised that worked. In this game, if you're holding something, the only option that you have is to press A and throw it. But if you get your shield out with the R button, then he'll get his shield out and drop whatever he's carrying. So... You see? They're so fucking tongue-tied. The R to drop thing is an unofficial mechanic of this game that then got carried over. Anyway, I think we're gonna be getting the rest of the silver rupees now, because we're going into the upper half of this room, and I think only 2 of the silver rupees are down here. It is sort of dickish that they'd hide one under an enemy, and one behind a box. And this is something very Master Questy. What? Bish what?
Bish what?
Sir. Pardon my sirring slowly. No, Link. Please don't go back down. Just want to shoot you in the face so you're no longer going to be a hassle to my ass. But yeah, they do... Okay, this is the guy who sells Deku Shields. I have no idea what the other guy does then. Maybe one of the ones out there is like a red potion or something? But yeah, Master Quest does do weird shit like this, where they have random, like, platforms that serve weird functions. And yeah, they do have giant sculptures hanging from the ceiling in this room, so don't run up this too fast, because there's that arsehole there. In the Water Temple, there's a weird platform like that as well, that stumps a whole load of people because they aren't expecting it to... In fact, there are 2 things they do in the Water Temple that make absolutely no sense. Also, spoilers, there's a Water Temple. They do weird shit like that, and that's kind of why I share the sentiment with the rest of the internet, or at the very least with Victor Upon a Bus, that Master Quest is essentially a Nintendo licensed ROM hack done by interns, because it's just so arbitrary. And you'll hear a little tone every time you pick up a silver rupee, and that'll indicate how close you are to getting all of them, and once you get all of them, that'll open the door, or whatever it is the silver rupees are connected to. But I can't hear that, because I can't hear the TV. Later in the game, they introduce rooms with more than 5 silver rupees, and I think, like not all of them make noises. Yay, Dodongo's the thing after which this dungeon is named. So yeah, not all of them make noises, and I don't know whether that's their way of saying some of these silver rupees are decoys, or they're all genuine, but we only have 5 sequentially rising tones. And how did that not kill you? All the others died to a single jump strike. He must have been bigger or more powerful or something. Anyway, I'm looking at the time. I know I do have some stuff to cut out, so once we get to the end of this little sequence, I suppose I'll call it an episode. Now, I don't remember whether this is the compass or not, and Rupee, did I get it? I think I got it. We're gonna get an item in any case, and my ear. I swear these headphones used to fit me perfectly, and now they don't. Like, they just the left earphone kind of crushes the outside of my ear, and I do not know why. Now, I don't really know what the point of this here is, because in the original version of the game, this is a switch, and you hold it down, and that opens that door over there. But in this, it's just a bomb flower. It doesn't really do anything by the look of it. Also, it's kind of convenient that you have the compass by this point, because otherwise you'd be forgiven for not really knowing which way to go, because there are 2 doors, it's a round room, you've not really got much to go on, but as you can see on the minimap, there's a red triangle, that's the way we came, so We'll go this way, and we're back out here again. So, that's kind of... That's how you'd get through... What am I trying to fucking say? Tess, say words, for Christ's sake. You'd come through this way in the original version of the game as well. Like, heading this way, I think. Because you'd start on the lower floor, work your way up like the way we just did, except without the silver rupees, and end up here, in fact. No, I think you'd come through this room the other way. Okay, so you'd be heading that way, then, in the original version of the game. How do we do this? I don't want to have to get the torch thing from up here. I don't like torch puzzles. In the original, there are those blade trap things in here that slide across if you walk into their path, and then they slice you, and it's painful, but I don't think they're here in Master Quest. Now, this puzzle, Oh, no. I was right the first time. You come through this room the way we're coming through it as well in the original. You have to arrange the blocks so that you can jump across and light all of these torches. And... yeah, there's another one here. I may speed this up then, because it's not a fun time arranging blocks in this game. Okay, that leaves us with one which would allow us to get somewhere useful, I think? Honestly, I don't remember the Master Quest solution to this room, because it has been a considerable while since I've played this version of the game, and since I watched Messiah and Ella's LP, I know. How do we turn on this torch so that we can light the other ones? Is it already lit? It is not already lit. Then what do? I don't remember what do, and I should end the episode soonish. Now, how far out can this block go? Because there is stuff behind here. I don't remember what... Is there not stuff behind here in this version? Huh. Well, in Vanilla Ocarina of Time, there's a heart behind there, I think. Also, funny how you can only get through that gap by rolling. That's going to be actually a relevant mechanic later in the game. And we're going to have to bring the torch from up there. I didn't want to do that, you poo. You literal turd burglar. Oh. That insult already exists, apparently. I don't like torch puzzles, this has been established. Even though they give you plenty of time to do it, so... Okay. Now, can I do this without fucking up? Link, you fucked up completely. That was impressive how badly you did that. Now, if I... no, Link, you're supposed to... I'll get this eventually, I swear. There we go. That made no sense whatsoever, but I did it. And I'm rather proud of that. And I did that without losing any Deku Sticks as well. So, I'm thinking, I don't know, because I have stuff to speed up and cut out. I don't know how long this episode's been going for, and I'd hate to end an episode mid-dungeon, but I'm going to do that because I think this next room has a really shitty puzzle in it anyway. So... oh, come on! We'll deal with this next time. So I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons, and, well, at least they lit that torch for us. So, see you then.